Hello, I'm going to start this video where I should really be ending it. It is 10:42 p.m. This morning I was in Cincinnati, Ohio. We, the day before, drove up from Destin, Florida to Cincinnati nonstop, well, a couple stops for gas, and I wanted to do something for my son. He's been a really patient kid. My daughter's taken a lion's share of my attention over these last few months. She's going off to college, so there's been things, but you know, the one thing he wanted to do last year when we went to the Corvette Museum is go to Kings Island, so we did that, much to my daughter's chagrin, but she had a good time, especially because he got to find out that, you know, I can drive a car on a racetrack and not have any problem. You put me in a three-dimensional thing like a roller coaster or multiple roller coasters, because I think I still have my fast pass on. It's not really the best outcome for me. So one of the hours my daughter drove while I kind of got my head back together, and then we got home about 7 o'clock and I started detailing the car. You know, it was just coated with sand. It smelled like 3 days worth of driving each way down to Florida and all those days in between. So one thing led to another. I detailed the entire car. I washed the entire car. You'll see that. And the neighbors saw that. It's just kind of, I ended up having to put a construction light out that I had to finish it, and it's finished. But I wanted to show you, I'm going to turn the camera around and I'll show you the miles per gallon on the last legs of the trip. The only thing I did not do was fill it up. I have about a little over a half tank right now, and I'll do that one another time. But the reason I'm so hell-bent, pardon me, on getting this done is that if you watch any of my other videos that are not Forerunner stuff, I'm building a garage, and I found out instead of early to mid-August, they're starting next week. So I really need to get out there and get a few things done with my plumbing contractor and some other things on there. I'll get that done tomorrow. But I want to show you, I'm going to pause the video, I'm going to show you the miles per gallon, and then I'm going to go back to about 7 o'clock to see the beginning of the madness. But the car is fully done, and I'll do that. I'll show you the inside. It's nice and clean, and go from there. Okay, this was Destin, Florida yesterday morning. Got on, and this was the final leg down and driving around Destin, so it lowered the mileage from like mid-16s down to 15.33 miles per gallon. Then first leg of the trip, this was a lot. This is very consistent with the way down through that area. 16.47 miles per gallon. We got already up to Huntsville, Alabama, and then we got into Kentucky, and I stopped right before the Buc-ee's because I was I didn't want to chance it. I didn't realize how cheap the gas was going to be. I've been running mid-grade in this. I should have waited a Buc-ee's. Their regular unleaded was like $2.49 a gallon. So this was 15.49 miles per gallon. And then the one today, when we got back on the road, 15.01 miles per gallon. And it was probably about that coming back. It was better than going down through the mountains where it was in the 13s. So the final mileage here is 55.63, and my service the vehicle soon reminder every 5,000 miles just started triggering at 4,500. Kind of normal thing with on the Forerunners. They want you in there to 5,000 mile intervals. They'll take a look at everything, make sure it's okay. I changed the oil at 1,000. I'm due for a tire rotation, and I think rather than I think math on the fives is easier for me, and multiple oil changes is not that bad, especially considering the first one and this one are free under the free maintenance, quote unquote, for 2 years, 20,000 miles. I'll just do another oil change here at 5,000 and see I'll see if they'll let me have a little sample so I can get it tested. I know some people asked me to try that, so I'll try that. So 170 on there. The grand total on our trip was 2,095.2 miles. I got back. This thing smelled like a locker room for a relatively new car. So what I did was I went through, took the WeatherTechs out. You know, I just went through, I wiped down everything in here. This is a dash mat. It's dash mat company. I don't have a link. I do all my shopping on Instagram these days anyway. But this is nice. You can actually like Velcro this to the dash, but that defeats the purpose. This sits nice. It tucks in there. It does its job, like cleaning that up. So then I went through, cleaned everything, cleaned the inside, and then I just went and cleaned the outside. And here we are. That was 7 o'clock. God, what is wrong with me? But the trip was fun, and I'm glad to be back. And I'm going right back into the hornet's nest tomorrow. So enjoy the beginning of the evening back here in Pittsburgh at about 7 o'clock as I go through here, saying that I would finish this tomorrow. So apologize, tomorrow's today. Okay, hey, welcome back. Familiar confines of suburban Pittsburgh. Not too worse for the wear, dirty. Okay, here I'll do the mileage thing tomorrow when I have a chance to check it out. It is filthy dirty in here, but I mean, I just did 2,000 miles on this thing. WeatherTech liners, absolutely positively. Check this out. Look at that, nice, clean underneath. Wish I had them for the sides. Dirty. Just dirty. This is something new. Dash mat. I didn't Velcro it down because I want to protect the dash pad. It stays in place. It doesn't go anywhere. But you just want something that's gonna, you know, I could vacuum this, get it clean. I'm just gonna have to go through everything. Can you guess where my 12-year-old son sat on the trip? Yikes. But whatever. That's why we got vacuums. We did go to a Buc-ee's. It's one of those things. Hey, we went to a Buc-ee's. So went to a Buc-ee's. Went to an amusement park today. Went to Kings Island, and I got myself. I can drive on a track at a very high rate of speed. Get me on a roller coaster after I had a questionable breakfast. Not a good idea. But again, is what it is. My son wanted to do that so much, and I'm really glad we did. It was kind of a surprise that for him that we were going to do it. And the good news is when we go to Cedar Point in a couple weeks, his older cousin will go with us. And he's like, that's really nice of you to take him. I'm like, it is, but I really just want someone to ride with you, because I'll do a couple rides, but not every Orion was good ride there. The other one, the really big one, that was a bridge too far for me today. I'm sure if I would have had Dramamine and some water, that would have been better. But anyway, so yeah, it's dirty. I'm gonna take this all out. I'm gonna clean the inside, I think, tonight, maybe clean the outside. I don't know. It's like 7 o'clock and I'm too energized to really not do this. I'd like to get this cleaned up. Dog fur here. I also got my new canvas back liners for the back seat, which they'll go in once this is all cleaned up. So I think I'm going to do that now. You'll see it tomorrow, all spiffed up. I'll do the final mileage calculation right now. 4563 miles on it, so I believe that's over 2,060 miles, something like that. A really good test of this vehicle. Very compliant on the road. You know, the suspension is very pliable. It's you know, it's got a lot of give. It does remind me in that way of a 60s or 70s sedan. in a good way. Also, it's about as thirsty as the 60s or 70s city, but that is what it is. Air conditioning, great. Just, you know, no complaints overall with anything on this vehicle, just absolutely none. So I will do a final mileage thing. I'll show you all cleaned up, and then we'll end this little journey. But we got back here Tuesday with an unexpected trip to Cincinnati, Ohio. Unexpected to my son, and it was good. So any good vacation, you get back and you're happy to be home, you know, because it's good to be here. And we'll get this done tonight because there's another reason I'm in such an energetic mood. I got a phone call today that my garage is starting 2 weeks early, next Tuesday, a week from today, the 30th of July. I'm going to have them break ground. Problem is, I have to get my plumber secured for that. Go out and get my tap in for the water and sewer. That's not gonna be a problem, but I gotta do it tomorrow. So I'll be out there tomorrow. I'll do a little video tying in with the last thing of this, that's showing you what that garage looks like. I did a video on it, but you know, it's not gonna be for this, and it's not gonna be for that. It might be for her Jeep if she can't take it to school with her for a little bit, and it's going to be for all my Misfit toys, but this and the Corvette are the home cars. So anyway, I'll check in with you in a moment. For you, it'll be a day for me. Okay. I've decided to go into extra innings tonight. I just detailed the inside of the car. I'm talking a good detail, like a halfway kind of detail. So I'm gonna watch this thing, get it all done, get it ready to go. So if you saw that light, that is my one of my work lights I use on my rental property, and I had it down here by chance, and it came in really handy with my '57 Chrysler. It came in handy tonight because I'm gonna get this stuff all cleaned up. Look how that nice stuff looks on the light gray. Plastic. Anyway, had to share a little bit of my insanity with y'all, and I think one of my projects coming up is going to be finally to replace those lights with the LEDs. But everything's all cleaned up. It smells good in here. You got to take my word for it. Me and 2 kids on a trip. Yeah, so just wash the mats and get this thing cleaned up tonight. And then get some sleep. Okay, I just had to get a shot of the light on here, and standing back from a distance, I just have hosed it off. 2 things I want to point out. 1, boy am I glad I have underground. And 2, boy am I glad I PPF'd and ceramic coated it. This was coated with bugs on the front, and you can't tell, but I just hosed it off, and they're pretty much gone. I thought, okay, I'm gonna really have to scrub this. I'm like, no, I don't, because it's properly protected, and I do love those grill badges on there. But come back here, you see the gray in that. You hardly ever see it that gray. I mean, I have a pretty decent fluorescent light shining straight on that thing, and you can totally see how pretty that car looks at its lightest, and you can see it how it looks great at its darkest. Okay, the other side. Wow, this color's so cool, but I never see it in this kind of light. And this is artificial fluorescent or LED light. Sorry. Gotta clean those. Clean that. But like that. Yeah, I don't know what time of night it is. It's probably 10 o'clock. I'm sure the neighbors are just so glad to trade you guys back, but I don't have time to do this tomorrow. There was a point in my life years ago that I used to work 60 hours a week, and then I was spending about 30 to 40 working on rental properties. And anyway, begrudgingly knew it was for the better. Always so you think, and then you realize you don't really have all that much time in this world. I learned that the hard way. So I've been kind of pacing myself and not doing as much, but There's a lot to do coming up here, so I'm going to act like I used to when I would have to wash these cars at all hours and any time, because I want to get this done so I can do more tomorrow. So then my daughter gets off to college without any stress. My garage gets started without any stress. And I think some point in October, I'm penciling it in, I will not be stressed. That's not true, I'm sure. But anyway, just to let you know, a little scene in the life of someone who's loves these cars, loves playing around and doing these videos. And believe me, if it's a minute and 30 seconds, it's a minute 30 seconds I have in it. I don't do much editing, sound, nothing, none of that. Anyway, I do appreciate you guys watching this. Tomorrow you'll see it all gussied up, cleaned up in the same video, which will just be in a few minutes, as I keep promising. But I don't know what time it is, but it is late, and I can do that one at some other time. I think that's going to show either that or one of my Celicas is going to the Burgh Vintage Grand Prix here in a couple Saturdays. And if you've never been to that, if you're in driving distance to Pittsburgh, like reasonable driving distance, or heck, even unreally reasonable driving distance, come into the weekend. You can stay outside of Pittsburgh, get down there. My place is a little cool. But you can have so much fun, especially on Saturday. They have this great car show, and I think the Celica is going to be there because the folks I bought it from at Burgh trailer have asked if I wanted to be part of their alumni event, and I think it'd be fun. The Celica has had only one show this year. It was a pretty big one, but I haven't driven the white Celica in a while, and the red Celica's been MIA for a little bit, so need a little Celica action going on. So I'll do a video with those. You like the 4Runner stuff? You like my Celicas. The Celicas are 5th gens. They're definitely, you think I'm crazy about these. You guys see how crazy I am about those. Watch those videos. Do me a favor. Enjoy them. So anyway, let me hurry up, get this done, get this inside, go to bed, get up tomorrow, do 10 other things. And when you blink your eyes, it'll be all pretty in the morning. I should hopefully be a little rested, and I'll be off to the next adventure, which may be getting the garage set for groundbreaking a week from today. Okay, if you really watched all that, God bless you. But putting the vehicle away, and tomorrow might be getting my Celica back. I'm not sure. My other Celica is going to be in a car show in the Pittsburgh area, the Vintage Grand Prix. I mentioned it when I'm washing the car here, but you need to, I think it's August 3rd, Saturday, whatever the upcoming Saturday is, you need to, if you're near Pittsburgh, you need to go to this. My car is going to be with the Bring a Trailer alumni. I thought that was kind of cool, and I haven't really shown the Celica other than Charlotte. I went down to Charlotte, and that was kind of a big deal. That was fun, but I haven't had the car since. It's been in storage since April, so it'll be good to get that one out and run it around. And but if you like 4Runner stuff, yeah, I have a Corvette, I have some other stuff, but if you're a Toyota person, what really got me into Toyotas were early 90s Toyotas. Some of the first ones I owned, my first new car, 92 Camry, and I bought the 93 Celica because I missed the old Camry, and this car's perfect, and literally perfect. It's better shape than this brand new 4,000 mile 4Runner, but the 90 Celica is exactly the car I would have purchased brand new, and both of these were one owner cars, and the Celica has about double the miles on it, but it's fully loaded. It is the wide body. It is red, and if you're into 4Runners, it's crazy because, like, if you look at some of the dash stuff on here, the cruise control stocks, all that, they're the same on these. This was what made Toyota to me. I mean, yeah, in the 70s, 60s, 70s, they made some really great stuff, but in the 80s, and then by 90, through, you know, they just hit their stride and became what they have become. And these cars are amazing, and not a lot of them have survived because they're so good. They just got driven into the ground. So it's kind of my calling. You know, I have 5th gen 4Runners and 5th gen Celicas, but they're great. So just plugging for that. Check it out. And so thank you. You're going to be seeing some other interesting, fun stuff coming up here, and Celica related, garage related. I might even be putting a new engine in my 57 Chrysler. I wasn't planning on doing it yet, but sometimes opportunities present themselves. And sorry. Anyway, have a great night. Thank you. Like, subscribe, communicate, and have a great day.